Guten Tag. I'm here with XlorD. We're at HomeStory Cup VI. It's the third day, and so it's group stage 2. So I want to so we can go in order, let's go back to your first group stage. On paper, I'm guessing most people, no offense, would probably have picked you least likely to get out of the group just because of the names. I mean, even though, for example, White Ra's probably been playing Heart of the Swarm, his name is still bigger than yours. What were your own expectations going into that group? Like, who did you think you had a chance of beating? Who did you think probably would beat you?
Well, my chance against MarineKing, I thought they were pretty low, so I almost expected to lose to him. Against White Ra, I played a lot of ladder, so I think almost won every game. And against Bly, yeah, he's playing really good lately, so I didn't know how it will go, and I'm not satisfied with my training at the moment in ZVZ. But yeah, it went pretty good, and I got a lot of tips from other Zerg players, how he plays and other things, so yeah, I knew how he plays, and all in all I won 4-0 then, and yeah, went pretty good.
Because as you mentioned, playing Bly, like that was probably going to be the game that would be the decider, because even though you beat him first, you probably would have had to play him again even if you'd have lost that match and gone to the next one, just because he would have then lost to MarineKing. So people often tell me in interviews, like Bly is very difficult to play against because they say like he does like funky builds, like it's hard to know what he's going to do. Have you played him much online? Like what sense did you have for how he would play, and did it like match your expectations?
As I said, I got tips from other players, and they said, well, for myself, I knew he's going to play Muta almost every game, or almost every game. And the other player said he's going to play aggressive. So yeah, I didn't play him a lot lately in any tournament. I think one game like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but that's it. And yeah, he played aggressive, like they said, and I just had to defend well. So yeah, the games were pretty, not too easy, but yeah, almost always in favor for me. So it was just a normal. I mean, he's not playing crazy in ZVZ, so not like in ZVP he's playing with 2 base and not 3 base, and yeah, in ZVZ it's just standard he plays.
Since you haven't been to that many of the big offline events, especially outside of Europe, you don't often get a chance to play like a big name like MarineKing or someone like this, who's like considered like one of the best in the world. How did the actual games that you play match up with like how good you thought you'd be against him, how good he was against you? How do you think it worked out?
I think before the games I had too much respect for him, so I also was nervous against him, and I think that's the main mistake for me. So the first game I played actually pretty good, but didn't scout that he's going to play mech, and I chose Ling and Fester to play, but I usually don't play it against mech, so I really failed hard. So he won this game pretty easy, and the second one he just 2-rexed me on Whirlwind, so yeah.
In your second group stage, like correct me if I'm wrong, it's like Stefano, MMA, Baby Knight, this is the right one? Okay, so let's go through them one by one. Like Stefano, you said before like you didn't think your ZVZ was that good when you're talking about against Bly. Stefano's like famous, like the ZVZ is supposed to be his worst matchup. Like what are your chances to beat him?
I played him like several games on ladder against him, and I always lost. I remember I didn't win a single game against him.
Is there like a key factor? Like what was he doing that was beating you?
He played different strategies. Now he started to play something with 4 queens and yeah, 2 Evo chambers, and even 4 queens without 2 Evo chambers. So some weird stuff he's playing. So yeah, I don't know. I think Stefano's all in all now coming back again from his bad shape. So I think maybe he's even the favorite in our group. I don't know. I don't know how his ZVT is, but I think also MMA is good. But yeah, I think my chances are not too high against him, yeah, because I just lost every ladder game against him. So I think he's in favor if you have to play.
Baby Knight is maybe like a difficult name for people to gauge how good he'll be, because he's had like a couple of results that were good, but then he hasn't been to that many tournaments either. And so people wonder, like, is he going to do really well here, or is he just going to be like a name that falls away? How much experience do you actually have playing him? Have you played him a bunch on the ladder or in cups or anything?
Actually, I played him like 2 times in ladder in the last weeks. And I asked him for custom games, but he didn't want to. I don't know why he didn't want to, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, only 2 games, and I a little bit know his style, and he's almost always playing this 3-base Blinkstalker Immortal thing to kill the Zerg on 4 base. And I think it's quite hard to defend against this because the range of fungal growth got reduced, so it's pretty hard to fungal. And he has also really good micro. I think, yeah, he's really good. I don't know. I think he will maybe even beat Stefano.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's really good against Zerg.
Okay, and so we were talking before about getting a chance to play someone like MarineKing. It's possible you'll play MMA here. And obviously, I mean, he's been in a slump the last few months, but before his name was like one of the top amongst Terrans. How much do you know about him? Like, do you have something in mind, like how you'll play him?
No, I didn't see any games lately from him. I only know that he lost to Goto user and
the Iron Squid thing?
Yeah, and against Lowly. So I don't know. Maybe he had a bad day, but I will try to find the replays or the VODs and watch the games. But I didn't see any games of him.
Do you get the sense when you play like a big Korean name that actually you maybe have like a surprise factor on your side? Because I know some of them don't know some of the players who don't go to like MLGs and stuff. They don't really know who they are, and so they just kind of play like their standard games, and they don't necessarily have like a lot of prepared things. Do you get this sense?
I think this could maybe be even worse for me because he's going to play really safe.
Yeah.
So nothing really I could punish. So
okay.
This is, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's even the other way around, but I think it's even worse for me.
When I think of StarCraft 2, I remember you made this video for NASL, I think it was, this application video where you were kind of like playing a character, you were like this baller guy with like a bottle of whiskey or something. And it seems like in a lot of interviews you do kind of like exaggerate your personality a bit, like people think you come off as a bit cocky, or you promise things about how good you're going to be. Like, how serious are you about that? Do you think are you quite objective about your current level as a player, or do you really believe like you're going to be a top player soon or the best player in Germany? What do you think?
Actually, I was really good in Warcraft, so I'm a little bit disappointed with my results in StarCraft, and I just started to play full time like 5 or 4 months ago. So I'm actually pretty satisfied now. I made the 2nd place at the EPS German finals, and yeah, I think I can even improve more. And I'm also hoping for Heart of the Swarm. So I think everyone starts from 0 because it's like a new game. And yeah, also with the video of the NSL, I think there are 2 less players who are badass like Hydra or something. And yeah, I missed that. I also was the same like in Warcraft 3, not flaming, but yeah, a little of bad manner for fun and stuff. And yeah, I think I'm missing it a little bit.
You're in the same team as Monchi. That's why I wanted to ask you about him, because to people who don't follow like the European scene very closely, it looks like he just came out of nowhere and then suddenly he was having some good results. And so people always wonder with players like that, is it like a flash in the pan? Like, did they have like a couple of results here, but then we'll never hear from them in 3 months? So like, give me an idea, like how good is Monchi? Like, why did he just suddenly come out of nowhere to everyone else?
I don't know how he became that good, but yeah, he also just came to Germany to Krefeld, like, I don't know, maybe 4 months or so ago. Now he's living here and improved a lot, fast, and yeah, I think he's a really intelligent player, and he knows what to do in the games, and he's really calm, he's never nervous. So yeah, I think he can even be better, but lately he's already in the vacation mood, he's not playing a lot, and yeah, he didn't have a lot of free time, so I can understand that, but I think we'll even see more from him. And yeah, even with Heart of the Swarm, he's really looking forward for it, because Wings of Liberty is like stopped to develop, and yeah, I think he will stay in the scene on top level in Europe for some more time.
Okay, so being as, like you said, you weren't sure how things would go in the first group stage, in the second group stage, like you kind of admit that on paper, some of these people probably would beat you or should beat you. If you were to make it out of this group, would just making the playoffs be like an accomplishment for you? Like, would that be where you're at the moment? Would that be like a decent result? Like, what do you have in your mind? Like, this is where I have to get to be satisfied.
I think to get to the second group stage is already is a must for me. So I received that, and yeah, the second group stage with that group is pretty hard to get into the playoffs. But even if I lose, I think it's okay because there are really good names in my group, and they had better results lately. So I wouldn't be that disappointed. But if I would get in the playoffs, it would be really good for me, I think. And if I would lose there, I would be fully satisfied.
Okay, the last topic I want to bring up with you is, to people who are just ordinary fans, they don't follow like every interview, they just know roughly all the players. They might think if you're on a pro gaming team, then everyone has like equal opportunity. Like anyone can just attend any event they want to go to. They can go to this one in Korea, this one in America. But actually it seems more like it's kind of, if you're like a lesser name, it's like a momentum thing. Like you have to do well in some online cups, then well in some regional tournaments, then well in like one European one, then maybe they'll send you, you know, is this like the way it is in your career? Like you have to kind of gradually build it up, or are you in a position now where if you really want to go to like some event in America, you can go to it now? What is it like for you right now?
For me and Monchi, it's like we can go to any event we want, I think. But for myself this year, I cancelled some events because I still wasn't training. I just started playing full time, so I wasn't that good. So I didn't see the point to go to a tournament and lose there. I got the experience from Warcraft. I was at many events, so I don't need any LAN or offline experience. So I just have to improve my skill in StarCraft, and yeah, next year I will go to a lot more events than this year. Together with Monchi, I think, if he wants to. Yeah, we can just, if you want to go to any event, we can go. Yeah.
Okay, do you have any final words? Someone you want to say hello to, thank you?
Yeah, thank you for the fans and to take for the nice tournament here. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the games, even with the problems with Twitch stream thing, but yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Danke.
Danke.